Alright, see, I know that you have a nice pantry at your office with some snacks, perhaps, maybe, or right, drinks and snacks around. Maybe my story here, I want to tell a story saying, oh, how about I look at the calories for all the snacks that I have in my pantry. Can you identify and tell me a story about snacks? I use bar to represent because it's individually. I have the data. Each snacks that I have in my pantry, I have different calories. And then the best is that this one, they generate by default. But what I can do, I minimize it by using the formatting, delete the color, delete the additional shapes, the shadows, as good as this one. The next step I will do is to further enhance it. I delete whatever the text, the line, the background, the borders, and I come to a conclusion of this clean chart, the bar chart. With the clean bar chart, now what I want to do, basically to make it emphasize it. I'm talking about, oh, now the story is, which is the highest calorie. I am very health conscious and I want people to know that whatever snacks that I serve in the pantry, which are the one that is not nutrition enough or not so good, have the highest calorie. I said, okay, fries has the highest calorie, which I got it from the ABC Nutrient website, for example, the source I quoted here. Then, is it good enough? Yeah, it's good enough, as in I'm talking the story about the fries, which is the highest calorie. But if my story, I say, okay, compare me with the lowest calorie, I can say, okay, I can compare you with the lowest calorie, which is the chips. The chips is having the lowest calorie by 2.14 times. I straight away put an annotation just to emphasize the difference between the fries and the chips. The annotation here. Can you see the difference? By looking at this chart, you straight away know what am I talking, instead of you going and figure out the whole data or the numbers inside. Next. The next thing I want to talk about, we have formatting it, we have emphasizing it. The next one, we want to make it interesting. Interesting here is to spice it out, to think outside the chart. Not necessary to have a chart or not necessary to have a line or a bar. Here, how I put icons next to the words to make it interesting, to make it more attractive. Another method also, you can make use of the icons to represent the bar. The icons to represent the bar. Right? How many of you know how to do this? How many of you know how to do this, or you want me to show? If you want me to show you how to make icon to represent a bar, let me know. Say yes. You want me to show you how to represent an icon in a bar? Okay, great. Most of you want to know. Okay, first thing first, let me walk you through how to do this. I'm sure you have the exercise file. In the exercise file, there is okay, this one. Okay, I have this particular chart and I have the icons. First thing, I copy this icon. I move near to my chart first. Okay, make sure I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording, so you can replay it next time. And can you see, right? Can you see my screen that I'm demoing right now? Yes? Can. Okay, good. Because if you capture. Right. So first thing first, to put icons just next to the words, I can click on this particular axis and I go to the axis option. Label. And you can see distance from axis. I make it wider. Maybe 1000. You see that it can have a gap for me. So this is straightforward. Once I have a gap, I just put whatever whatever icon, just put next to the particular words. Okay, got it? Peanuts, and also maybe this one. Okay, so that is how I widen the gap, then I slot the icons in. Or else, I repeat it. Now I don't want to put inside, I don't want to put beside the words, but I want to make each bar as the icon itself. So what I can do, I copy this one first. Click on the particular icon, copy, Control C, or right click copy. Okay, copy first. Copy it first. And then go to the particular bar. I cannot see my. Go to the particular bar, click and click until you select the particular bar. Until you select the particular bar, you go to this field, picture or text field. It will give you this, but no, you just click on clipboard. Make sure you copy the image, the icon first. Then you go to clipboard, and then you see that the particular bar is replaced by the icon, but it's very ugly because it stretched the icon. You see down there, you stretch the icon based on the whole bar. But I don't want, I want to scale it. I want to stack and scale it with 100%, meaning that the whole bar is 100%. If 600, meaning that 6 out of 10, 600 out of 1000. So it's by 1000 or by 10. Okay, you can see count by 6. So meaning that each of the fries is equivalent to 100. So how about peanuts? Okay, for peanuts, I just copy this peanut. I go to the specific bar again. I repeat the same step. Go to this pane, picture, text field, go to clipboard, and now the peanut is replacing the bar. But I don't want it to replace stretch. I just replace it and I put 100% again. And you see, you should see 5.5 of this peanut is replacing it. Same for the popcorn and so on and so forth. Let's say I replace the popcorn. I copy the popcorn first. Okay, I go to this particular bar. I go to this pane, picture, clipboard, and then stack 100%. Right, so on and so forth. Okay, I don't want to do the other two just to save time. One good thing is when you replace an icon like this, is that whenever you change any of the numbers, the icon will change together. Example, okay, let's say I change edit the number. Let's say the fries now, after I have sauce, another sauce, the fries should be 900 calories. Okay, you see that? It will straight away change 9 French fries instead of 6. Can you see it remain 9? Here remain 10 of 5. Right? So now, if I got to know popcorn is having the largest one, and I change popcorn to maybe 800. Okay, you see that now popcorn is having 800. 800 meaning that 8 popcorns is showing as an icon. Cool, great, interesting, right? Instead of always show a bar, now you show an icon in a bar so that you can replace it. Another more interesting is that I can't get my mouse out. Okay, okay, go back to my. Wait, yeah, I got some technical issue here showing my mouse. Okay, back to here. All right, so now you replace it with icon. Another interesting thing is that instead of icon, you can replace it with real images on the bar itself, in the bar itself. And how to do that? How to do that? Let me walk you through again, and it's very interesting. I go back to my exercise file. Can you all see my screen? Okay, I replace back all this to a solid field. Okay, just respond. Can you see the screen? I don't want you to miss out this thing that maybe I have not recorded. Can you see the screen? Okay, right. How to put images instead of icon? Same thing. You go to image, right? You get any image. Then you go back to your chart. You paste it here. Image here a bit tricky. You need to really get the image exactly like the shape. Okay, here I can extend it a bit, then I can like get the shape out first, right? Then what I can do, same thing, I right click copy or I Control C, then go to this particular bar, repeat the same thing, go to picture text field, and then go clipboard. You will replace with image. Instead of stack, now you can put stretch. Here a bit stretch, right? The image is distorted. You have to play around, no choice. You have to play around with this offset to get it right. You have to get around with this offset. Or else, usually what I can do, I make it nicer first, right? Let's say this is the bar, exactly the length, the height. I just format, crop this particular image to the exact bar size like this, right? Usually people just replace like this. I can replace, then that's it, good enough, then done. But don't. I just copy this one again, go to the particular bar, go to the pane and picture and replace it and go and stretch. You see now, it is nicely fit whatever that you have modified and then go into the bar. Right, same thing for peanuts. Okay, let me get the peanuts peanuts picture out. The peanuts. So I adjust it according to the size that I want to fit into the bar. I crop a bit so that it fits nicely as the bar. Okay, so I can fit, but I don't want. I just copy, Control C. I go to this particular bar, go to pane, and then picture, clipboard, and go to stretch, and it replaces these two things with the bar. So just now you see some effect, right? I transparent this a bit because I'm showing fries. I can click on this bar. One good thing is once you replace it with picture for the bar, there's a transparency. You can drag to make it more transparent. You see, once I make it transparent, if just picture like that, you cannot. Picture, you cannot make any transparency. Once you replace it with the bar, you can adjust the transparency to show the transparency. Cool? Great. So I recorded this. You can play next time when you go back. Replay it. Great. Interesting or not? Type I if you think it's interesting, something new that you have learned. Yeah. So you see how we can think out of the box, think out of the chart. You replace with icon, you replace with the real image to make it more effective. That's why all in all, if you see how it transformed for a bar chart from a just very dull looking table to a more nicer looking bar, to a more interesting and effective bar chart with the message that I want to tell, to the images that I want to show and the real life images. And all these things, you see how it can line up to the effectiveness and the engagement from a table to the image. Make it more interesting. Some of the examples. See, think outside of chart by using infographics. Infographics here meaning that we replace with icons most of the time. And these are some of the examples where I replace the bar with an arrow and put icons inside the bar. Here is also another one. I use icons. Here, I use human figure and icons. I make it like half-half to show differences. This one I also using a donut chart, right? In a donut chart, it's good to use. Sometimes it's good to use donut chart instead of pie chart. A donut chart is as good as pie chart, but one good feature of donut chart is that you can have space inside the donut to tell a message. Let's say the one that on the right hand side, I have two donut chart, I put message inside. Same thing like this one. If I want to put a picture inside the whole donut chart, I also can do. If not, I blow up another more wordings and icons to show different messages for different segment. Okay, so maybe I'm more creative. I have some artwork together with some charts to complement my story.